Hello and welcome to another episode of Wednesdays with WV. This is episode number 20. It gives me a sense of pride to realize that I've done 19 episodes before this simply because I've got terrific support from all of you and also for all the encouragement and support that I've received from you. In this episode, my guest is one who's always been cheerful, who's always been somebody who can really lift the spirits of the side, be it on the field or off the field. She's also multi-talented. She can strum the guitar, she can sing, and of course, she's also played two sports concurrently and done exceptionally well in both those sports. I'm talking about Jemima Rodrigues, who, as you all know, is been a very good cog in the Indian team's wheel. It's my pleasure to present to you the effervescent Jemima Rodrigues. Welcome, Jem. Merry Christmas. How are things?
Merry Christmas, sir. Everything's good. Family's at home. I've come in the room, locked myself. So if there's any noise, please forgive me.
They understand. They're used to your celebrity status, Jem. Not to worry about that.
Arey, sir.
Anyway, let's get back into it. The recent Australia series. How was it playing in front of a huge crowd, especially at home? The extra pressure, or it is something that all of you enjoyed?
uh, I think this is something that all of us really enjoyed playing here in Mumbai and in Navi Mumbai, especially Navi Mumbai, the DY Patil, the second game. I think I still remember, the match is going on. This is what Smriti told me. Smriti was batting and the Aussies came in between the match and suddenly they were like, what the heck is this crowd? Because, so you were also there when we played the final at the MCG in 2020 and it was like 85,000 plus crowd. But they were like, this 45,000 easily beat the 85,000 crowd at the MCG because it was so loud and we've never played in such an atmosphere. So it is something all of us really enjoyed. And it was a lot of fun playing here in Mumbai.
And of course, you girls also gave a lot of excitement and entertainment. That was fabulous cricket as well. That also adds to the flavor.
Yeah, definitely. I think, the kind of standard that's raised now, I think cricket's gone to a whole new level for me, like in women's cricket from the time I've played till now. Cricket is something that keeps, you need to keep evolving and keep getting better. You can't stay stagnant. And now women's cricket has gone to a whole new level. Even the matches were really close. There were few matches which were really close. We won one, we lost the other by 9 runs. But I think, this team looks very confident. It's a very young side, but the kind of fight and the kind of belief this team is showing, I think, it's going to give a lot of teams trouble.
Okay, we'll get back to this razzmatazz later on. We'll jump back and forth. Little Jem, how is it having two elder brothers? Is it an advantage or they bully you? They're protective? What is it?
Should I be honest here?
Of course, always when you're talking to me.
It's very annoying, firstly. Growing up, so we have had so many fights. We've broken so many glasses at home. Mom and dad used to be fed up. They never allowed us to watch Tom and Jerry at home because we used to do the same thing at home. No wrestling, no Tom and Jerry, because Enoch, Ellie, and Jemima would end up doing the same thing at home. So all that was banned for us. But at the same time, I think it's a huge blessing for me, because I'm the youngest over here, and I have two elder brothers, and they are like very overprotective. As you said, the little Gem is like the same thing at home for them. They're very overprotective when it comes to me. And the kind of love and support I get from them, I don't know. Sometimes, a lot of times I complain about them, but more than that, I'm just so happy that it's such a blessing to have two elder brothers like them. And yeah, I love them a lot.
And the Rodrigues family is a very well-knit family, very loving family. It's a blessing to have such a family, isn't it? Especially when you have to overcome so many pressure situations in life.
100%, sir. I mean, there were days, especially in this last year, when I was dropped from the team, and a lot of things happened throughout this year. And I don't think I would have been able to make it if it was not for them. Like, I can tell you about the recent most thing that happened was I was dropped from the ODI World Cup, and I was going through a very bad phase, like mentally. Like, Raman, so you know me, how much I love cricket and how much it affects me. I was not Gem. I was not Gem at home. They knew it. I was trying to fake it for them. I was trying to be happy, show everything is good on the outside, but on the inside I was hurting, because cricket is something I love the most. Playing the World Cup is my dream. And both those things didn't happen. I was sad. I was really sad. For weeks, I couldn't sleep well at home. I was getting these dreadful dreams and waking up suddenly in the middle of the night. For first 5 seconds, it's fine. Suddenly then these thoughts just come in your mind. Oh shit, now what's going to happen? Like, is it the end of the world for me? And, this real thoughts. Like now you think of it, what, this and that. But at that time, they were very real to me. And I remember one day, like I took my mom and my dad, we sat down at home and all three of us were, trying to be happy for each other, just so that we can be strong for each other. And I just broke down and I told Dad, I think I need to take a break from cricket for like few days. My dad started crying. My dad never cries. My dad started crying and he's like, for me to go through something, it's fine. But when I see my own daughter going through something, it's 10,000 times worse. And then my mom broke down like completely. She's like, it's so hard for me to be strong for the two people I love the most in front of me. And we all started crying. And I think that was when the healing started. I just took a break then and just spent time with the family, called cousins home, just got back that sadness and everything, just went being around family. So for me, a major part of my life is my family. And those who know me know that, like, I love my family a lot and they love me. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am. Then after a few weeks, when I was back to being normal in my mind, like my headspace, I planned out my weeks and my days, how I'm going to go about. And I knew the domestic season was going to start in 2 months. So I planned out everything, jotted down things I need to work on, played matches at Azad Maidan, and all these difficult conditions with the boys, with good boys, like under 19, under 23 boys. And that gave me a lot of confidence. And then coming back, yeah, it went well. I was happy with how things went then.
Yes, good to see you back in the Indian side. Having your father as a coach can be an advantage at times, but it can get a bit tricky at times as well.
Um, to be honest, it is. If it was not for my dad, I wouldn't be where I am today. Growing up, I never liked it because my dad was like the strict coach. You know how Dangal, the movie, is there? Very similar to that, So I was this 4-year-old. I started playing when I was 4.
No way. He doesn't look it. No, I can't believe this.
No. Now he's much better, sir. Growing up, it was when it came to cricket, he was very strict. Like otherwise, he used to let me enjoy and stuff. But playing cricket, he was very strict. Like I had to be for practice, couldn't be late, this and that. So growing up, I started playing cricket when I was 4, and I started practicing with my 2 elder brothers, Enoch and Ellie. They used to play at that time, and at that time, cricket always fell in the month of May, where our family used to go for vacation. And knowing me, I love to go for vacations. I love to be around my family. But I was like in one corner of Mumbai there at Azad Maidan playing a match. And I couldn't even tell my dad that I don't want to play the match. I want to go and enjoy because I was very scared of my dad at that time. So yeah, but now I realize that those sacrifices and the efforts and the hard work was worth it at that time. If it was not for that, I don't think I would have debuted at the age of 17 if it was for that. So I think now it's worth it, but at that time it was horrible. But yeah, but sometimes even till now, sometimes I even tell dad, sometimes just it's little difficult for dad to, shift from a coach and a father, because obviously he is my coach. But I sometimes I just like dad, I just want my dad to be my father at that time and just, like just understand me. And he does, initially it was hard, but now he's gotten so much better, sir. If I tell you, like lately, even he's been so supportive and so nice. And I can see that change. He's learned now how from a coach that sometimes when Jem just wants a dad, he'll just come, he'd put his hand on my head. He'll just give me a kiss and he's like, it's going to be all right. We are with you. We love you no matter what. And I've seen that transformation over the years and I'm very proud of it. And I'm very, it's a very difficult change, but he did it and he did it for me. So I'm very happy for that.
Good. He is transformed as a coach. As a father, you said you were scared of him some time ago.
Yeah.
Now, is the situation changed? Has he become a little bit wary of you now?
Yeah, he's scared of me now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but it's changed a lot. Like, I mean, growing up, I needed it also, sir. I like this musty core, who would not listen and this and that. So that discipline has come from him. But I think over the years now, he has left me and let me do what I want to do. He's understood that, okay, now Gem's mature enough and she knows what she has to do. So yeah, so now it's changed a lot.
Hockey and cricket, playing them at tandem, how does that work?
Both helped each other. I would say even I played cricket before I could play hockey. But the funny story here is I played for the state in hockey before I played cricket for the state. So my parents actually thought that Gem is going to play, play for India in hockey, and they were fine. They were fine because I love both the sports. They were backing me completely, and the thing in hockey is, the hockey stick is not even half the size of cricket bat. So you need to hold the ball. That helps me like middling the ball. It gives you like a shorter space. So and also the hand-eye coordination. It helps a lot with the hand-eye coordination. And I am a very wristy player, so I think that has a lot to do with my hockey. And also at the same time fitness, because hockey we used to run a lot. Like even before doing skills, we had to run. So I think that's helped my game a lot. And the funny story here is I always dreamt of playing the Commonwealth or the Olympics, and I always thought that I am going to make it in hockey and play the Commonwealth Games. But it's funny that this time I was playing cricket at the Commonwealth Games and we also won a silver. So never thought that would ever happen. So it was a great experience.
Of course, playing two sports at the same time can be a little bit of a confusion. The reason I say this, hockey, you hold the stick in a certain way. The swing path is different.
Mm.
You have to consciously ensure that you don't do that in cricket.
Not really, sir. I don't think I've ever faced that problem. I don't know, it just came naturally to me. So I don't think I ever mixed up both the sports. In fact, it just helped the other sport get better. So I don't think that has ever changed for me.
Did you ever feel that you lacked the strength when you first took up cricket? Because you were little J then, and then, cricket also requires a little bit of strength.
Yes, definitely. I won't lie here, definitely. There was a lot of times. And also when I started playing the under 19, I was like 12 years old. And I was playing with, 18, 19-year-olds. And also I played for Mumbai Seniors, where I was opening with people double my age at that time. So, yes, I did lack. I remember my first, I think it was my second game. It was against Saurashtra. And I had scored in some 128 ball that scored 80 on not out. Like I batted full 50 overs as not out. And in that, I just hit one boundary because I didn't have that much strength to even clear the 23 yards. Like that was I don't know how I scored. Even till today, I think, how did I score those runs? It was just singles. I used to just tap, place it in the gap, take a single, or on the legs, I just flick it away for a single. So that was how it is. So, but the thing over here is, my dad always told me this: you don't need to have strength and power to score runs. All you need to do is be smart over here. And my game is also that I am not someone who hits a lot of sixes, but I'm someone who smartly gets my runs, places in the gaps, runs twos, then places in the gaps, might get a boundary, then single, double, single. I'm a very busy player in that way. So with the same kind of game, I can end up getting a really good strike rate. So I worked a lot on the mind, on how smartly I get my runs, and at the same time at my bat speed and my timing, because my batting is all about timing, all about getting the ball hitting the middle of the bat and feeling it there. So that has actually helped me.
Were you thrown too soon into the deep end when it came to international cricket, or was it okay?
I think it was fine, sir. Honestly, I felt I was thrown a little late, but I felt it at that time. But I think the timing, everything was right, because I had been scoring heavily in the domestic season. Like I had 1,013. No, that was later. Sorry, I had scored a lot of runs. I had an average of 376. I remember when I was the captain for Mumbai for the first time, and we won the championship, under 19 championship, and MS Dhoni had given the trophy to us in Ranchi. I remember that. And that entire season I'd scored, like in every game I had a 40 plus. But the three most important games, that was against Railways and the Challengers Trophy 2 games, I got 0, 1, 0. And it was just before the 2017 World Cup. And I was not picked up because I didn't score against these three teams. And I was so annoyed, so frustrated. I was like, why am I even playing cricket if I cannot score? What's the point of working so hard and scoring so many runs? But then me and my dad were like, nothing doing. We're going to work harder. So I felt at that time I should have been picked up, but like I thank God I didn't get picked up there because I didn't have the shots. I didn't have a lot of things needed for international cricket at that time, which I didn't understand then. But then the next season, like I worked harder, developed a lot of new shots, like lofted and worked on a lot of shots. And I scored the double century in a 50 over game that time and scored 1,013 runs in 11 games. And the entire season when came the Challengers Trophy, I was so nervous because I'd never done well in the Challengers Trophy till then, but I ended up being the third highest run scorer and I was on the flight to South Africa. So I think the timing of God was right.
You must have gotten used to it now, traveling and managing, staying away from the family. Early days, you missed your family, coming from a well-knit family, very close family.
I never miss them, honestly. I love traveling. I always love traveling. Definitely, there are days like if it's a very long period of travel, like now when I was playing the 100 and the Commonwealth and then the Big Bash, then it gets a bit long and then I end up missing my family. But otherwise, I always love traveling. I love traveling. And even at home, when I come, I live off my suitcases. I don't empty it all out, put it everywhere because just within 3 more days, and again, I have to travel, again, I have to come. So that's the scene at home. And my brothers and my mom and dad get so annoyed because when I come back home, the entire house is filled with my luggage, that there's no place for anything else. And they're like, Jemima, just clear the luggage out. And I'm like, I'm going no in 2 days. Why are you doing so much? Then they keep quiet.
Smriti Mandana, the friendship with her, did it gradually develop or was it an instant connect?
I think I would thank Trupti ma'am for this because she was our manager on my first tour and we used to get room partners at that time. So she had made Smriti and me room partners. And the moment I entered the room, Raman, so you'll know Smriti by now. I came in the room, okay, as this 17-year-old girl. I walked in the room. I'm looking this side, clothes everywhere. I'm looking at this side, shoes everywhere. I said, that side, I just peeped a little, some books, something was there. And Smriti's lying on the bed and watching TV. I'm like, now Smriti's a senior. How do I tell her, please remove your stuff? I need to keep my luggage. So I didn't tell her because I was very scared. I didn't tell her. So what I used to do was I used to take my luggage, put it on the bed, remove the clothes I want, pack my luggage again and make it stand in one corner there because there was no space in the room. But we hit it off immediately. The moment I went in the room, like she was the one who actually spoke to me and we just hit it off. Like I don't remember our conversation, but we just started talking and talking and talking. And I remember one question I asked her because she had these nerdy specs. And she was like, I walked in, her back was facing me and the TV was on and a cricket game was on. Okay, so I was like, arey shit, this person is full cricket only. I think full focus because that's what I heard about Smriti, like entire day cricket and stuff. So then she turned around and her iPad was on and a movie was going on. So like, you watch movies also? She looked at me and she got so furious. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, no. I just thought the TV was on, so you're like fully focused. And she's like, no. I'm actually a very chilled out person like that. I love watching movies and stuff. This was on the moment I entered in. But yeah, Smriti is someone, we don't talk a lot of cricket until and unless it's absolutely necessary or we are discussing something about the game or something. Otherwise, we just, relax, chill, and like really have a good time.
She's generally very good at making youngsters comfortable, isn't she? She plays a very crucial role in the side.
Yeah, that's true. She's very good at it. Even now, even till today, I've always noticed it. I don't know if I've told her this, but whoever comes in, even recently, like Anjali had come in. I remember after the game, she went to her. We had lost that game. We had lost a little badly the first game at DY Patil. She went to her and she spoke to her. How is it? How is the experience? Did you have fun? And, and guided her a little. I don't know after that what happened in that conversation. But it's really nice when, you're just making your debut and a senior in the team just comes up to you, makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel at home, or just guides you and tells you what to do. I remember Juludi was the one who did that to me. And it made me feel so much at home because the two names I'd heard in women's cricket was Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami. I'd not seen much of them at that time because there were no matches live. But I walked into the nets, my first time in the Indian team nets, and Juludi walks up to me. And Juludi is like this very tall person. I'm like, hi, Juludi. It was like that. And Juludi is like, I followed your domestic season. You've done really well, and I'm sure you're going to do well here. And those words coming from her just made me feel so much at home. And even after my first international game, when I'd scored, I think 37 or 27 balls, she was the first one who came out to me. And I was walking up the pavilion after getting out. She was the one, this is just the beginning. You're going to score a lot of runs. And that thing coming from a senior, I know how it feels. It just makes you feel at home and makes you believe that, okay, I can just do so much more for the team now.
Playing in the other leagues in other countries has also taught you a lot of life lesson, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. Because I feel here in India, we are very pampered. We get to order our own food. We get others doing our laundry, and anything is there. We'll take a rickshaw and go call an Uber, something like that. But the lifestyle abroad is very different. I remember my first Kia Super League. That was life changing for me because it was the first time as an 18-year-old I traveled abroad all alone, and I remember Smriti was calling me after every 15 minutes to check if I got in the right flight. So it was a good experience. But I think more than that was I didn't know cooking at all. I still don't. I can still make breakfast for me, but others I don't know. So there were a group of girls, Lindsay Smith and all these other girls who used to cook, and I should just club in there and maybe cut the vegetables and wash the dishes because that's the only thing I could do. So we should club in and we used to cook. Then I had to go do my own laundry, things and that, and just away from home with a whole new team. Like in the Indian team, I have friends, I'm always taken care of, like the baby of the Indian team and things like that. But this is completely different. And first I thought, okay, being the person I am, the personality I am, it will be very easy for me to gel up with everyone, talk to them and things like that. So I'll be fine. Smriti told me, it's going to be a little different. Like, no, I told her, I'll be fine. You don't worry. I went there. It was not that the team was not good to me. They spoke a lot. They were speaking. But then at the end, at that time, I missed my family a lot. I missed having people I know around me a lot because it just gets a little lonely because you're on the ground, you're talking just for those 3 hours. After that, you're all alone, like with 4 walls all around you. And I told Smriti, I'm going to end up talking to the walls over here, Smriti. It's going to be so that was a life-changing experience, I think, for me, and that changed me a lot, and made me stronger.
I remember Smriti telling me she met you in England and you were hardly speaking anything at all. I can't believe that. Quiet,
So nobody can believe that. So the next game we were playing against Priti's team, and Smriti had come to Yorkshire where I was staying. So she had come to meet me for an hour, and then we were supposed to go for dinner with all our friends, the England friends. Smriti came. She's talking and talking. I am not saying a word. I am sitting quietly over there, just looking and just because I knew if I'd end up speaking, I would start crying. I would literally start crying because I missed having someone I know so much that I had forgotten to talk to people, like how it's going to be. And Smriti knew if she'd asked me what happened, Jemmy, I would end up crying. So she didn't ask. So we spoke everything, and then we went for dinner. Then after dinner, she had again come back. She was supposed to go to a hotel, but she knew that I was not okay. So she came back, and I ended up crying in front of her the whole time. Like, I miss home. I mean, I like it that I'm getting the opportunity to play abroad with all new people, but I miss home and things like that. So yeah.
But from the second year onwards, you were there strumming your guitar, entertaining everyone on the side.
Yeah, by then I just got used to it, I think, and it was the same team. So by then I just got very comfortable around them. Even till now, it's just like I love this team, the Northern Superchargers. I love this team, and I'm just very comfortable with everyone, and it just feels like family and home, like in the UK. So yeah, now I'm just gotten like very used to them.
You spoke about the difference in cultures when you played leagues in other countries. Now let's talk about the difference in the cricketing cultures.
Right.
In these places.
So I think one thing that is different over there compared to us is, and there's no right or wrong, it's just different cultures, that they focus a lot more on fitness and we focus a lot more on skills. So I even in the Big Bash, in the 100, like how much I've noticed, they might end up missing a skill session, but they never miss a fitness session. And for us, we give a lot of priority to skills, which is good. But I think now, even in India, this awareness, even in our team, this awareness has come. Like, I think from the last three years, this awareness of fitness has come, and we can see the fitness standards being raised. and everyone giving equal importance to fitness as well as skills over here. So I think that was the one major difference I have found. But I think apart from that, everything else is pretty much the same.
IPL is set to happen. All of you excited?
Very excited. We've been waiting for this a long time. But so more than us, I think the foreigners are more excited because every single time we go there, they're asking us, when will the IPL start? We want to play, we want to go and experience the crowds there. The pressure there is going to be different. And playing in India is something they love. So I think more than us, it is the foreigners that are excited. But yes, we are really looking forward to it. And I think this is one thing that is going to transform women's cricket in India, because we've seen what the Big Bash and what the 100 has done. And even personally, us going there and playing the Big Bash and the 100 just gives us so much more confidence coming back in the Indian setup, and just getting that experience and just playing under pressure, because we know we've done it a lot of times in the past over there. We know we can do it here even for India. That belief begins to come. So I think this is going to change a lot of things for women's cricket in India. And even people like Shefali and Richa have come from the IPL. If it was not for that, we would have never seen them, So I think even those 3 games just gave us, 2 new stars for India. And I think that's just going to continue.
What is it having a under-19 World Cup?
I think this is a huge thing for women's cricket, because when I was playing, I always wished there was an under-19 World Cup, because yes, playing bilateral series or a tri-series is good, it's fun, but nothing like a World Cup. And at such a young age, getting exposed to that pressure, that excitement, that enthusiasm, I think it's just going to change a lot of things for the girls. And I was in Bangalore when I was doing the rehab for my wrist, which was injured. I saw these girls. They have a different energy and a different fire. A fearlessness that these youngsters have is something very inspiring. And I'm sure these girls, with Richa and Shifu going there, I think they're going to set things on fire over there.
You like to have fun. You are obviously a bubbly character. It's easy for others to sort of doubt your commitment, isn't it? What's your view on it?
Yeah, that's very true. A lot of times I get misread for that, because I have a very lively social media and I'm a very bubbly person in and of itself. But it's not been easy, to be honest. It does affect me. Even till today, it does affect me. Like when I'm scoring, when I'm performing, everything is good, everything is like, oh, you should be like Jemmy, she's so cool, she can do this and that. But when I'm not scoring, it's like it just comes back in a very bad way. And as a young kid, it was very, very difficult for me to grow up with that, because I thought I could just be myself in this world and I'll be accepted and things like that. But I didn't know that, there are a lot of people judging you for every act you do now, because of how now women's cricket is being followed. Like there are a lot of followers, and it's a good thing, as well as sometimes it's not an easy thing to deal with. But I am learning to find that balance, and I'm learning to, I would say it's a journey. I won't say I'm still there yet, when nothing people say affects me. It still does affect me, but I'm learning to find that balance where, to just be neutral no matter what, in the highs and in the lows. Because I am someone, I'm fine when things are going well for me, but when things are not going well for me, I am very low. Like my entire body language changes. I become a little more silent. So I'm just trying to find that balance in between, because this game is such that, like, you want to go and score every game, but it doesn't happen. Cricket doesn't, you can't always go and score 100 or a 50. So I'm just learning to find that. But I'm learning that, as long as I'm going there and I'm preparing well, I'm hitting the gym, I'm working hard, I'm doing all I can in my hands, the results at the end, if it happens, it doesn't happen, it's fine, because I know I have done my part. I know I have worked hard. I know I've done what I have to do. But at the same time, it's a little difficult thing to still get used to and adjust it. But I think I'm getting there.
Yeah, you accepted that you get affected, but even for somebody like you, how infuriating can it be at times?
It is tough, sir. I'll be very honest. It is tough, because I have always been that person that what people say mattered to me. and that's not a good quality to have. But I've always been that kind of a person. But what I do to help me, not to help these things not to affect me, is I uninstall Instagram and Twitter when I am on tour. Like, even if I have to post stuff, I will ask my brother to do it for me, because there are some posts that I have to do and things like that. So I'll ask them, but I won't go, because it's better to ignore it than going up and reading and it getting stuck in your head. Because and also I'm realizing that the person speaking those things about me has not been in my shoes. He's not cried the tears I've cried. He's not sweated the sweat that I've shed over there. I know the efforts, I know the hard work I've done, and I know that every single time I've stepped on the field, my commitment to India and to Mumbai team or whichever team has been 100%. So that person, yes, I respect your opinion, but it doesn't mean that I have to accept it right now, because I know I've done my part. So this is something that has changed over the last few years for me, and yeah, I'm still learning how to deal with those things.
You have a lot to contribute to Indian cricket. There's no two ways about it. What are the kind of midterm objectives do you have?
For me, so to contribute to our team, or just in general to cricket?
Generally, let's say, where do you see yourself in the next 3-4 years?
So I have always definitely dreamt of winning World Cups and stuff for India. But more than that, I've always had this thing that I want to be someone who brings the best out of someone else, like out of my teammate or out of my friend. Because I strongly believe that there's no greater joy than when you help someone else and they go out and do fulfill their dream or just reach their highest potential. I think there's no greater joy than that. So I don't want to be that person who is just about me, myself. Okay, I need to perform, I need to score, I need to get India. No, I believe that, sometimes when I just look further than me, I think that gives me the most satisfaction and the most joy. And that's going to help the entire team come together and reach a particular goal. So I think that is one thing I definitely see myself doing, and want to be like. I just like people happy around me, and I want to put a smile on everyone's face. So that's just my personality.
People, I can vouch for that. Jemmy has always been made like that, and she's always very caring as far as the teammates are concerned. Jem, on a personal level, the upcoming World Cup, what are your expectations in terms of the team and also personally?
I think one thing that changed from the Commonwealth in our team was that we are going to focus more on our preparation than the results. Because if we think too much about the results and too ahead, it brings a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety. And obviously, World Cup is a stage where there's already a lot of expectations. So we don't want to focus on all those things around. We want to focus on what's on our hands and what we can do to help get the desired results, or to help India win or play the best cricket we can. So I think this is a talk that has been going in the dressing room, and it's also helping us be more focused to what we need to do. So I think we're not thinking too ahead. Definitely the goal is to win the World Cup. That is 100%, and everyone's committed to that, and everyone does believe in that. But I think more than anything else, what we have in our hands is our preparation, and that's what we are focusing on even from now. Even before we could start this Australia series, it wasn't about winning the 5 matches. Yes, we wanted to win, but it was more about how we use these matches to prepare for the coming World Cup. That's going to get that was the mindset, that was the plan, and we could see that difference in the team.
For all those kids who will take up cricket in the future, starting from now on, what is your message for the kid who start playing cricket at 10, 12?
Okay. Okay, the advice I want to give will be a little more to take for a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old. So I'll start off for them. I would just say, just enjoy what you're doing, because as long as you're enjoying it, you'll end up doing wonders. You won't even realize, because there comes a time, like it happened in my own life, where I love playing cricket, and that's why I started it. But then when I started doing it professionally, that excitement, the joy of, just holding a bat or just catching a cricket ball just went off. And things were not going well for me. And that's when I realized, wait, I didn't start playing cricket for all this. I just started playing cricket because I love holding the bat. I love, middling the cricket ball kind of a thing. So that's when I got that fire, the joy back. So I would say, just enjoy what you're doing and never lose that. Always remember why you started playing the game. And for the people a little elder to that, I would just say, this is what helped me in the last few months to make a comeback after being dropped was, I heard it on a podcast. They said that maturity is not someone who never fails or someone who never makes a mistake or someone who gets it right for 10 days in a row. No, maturity is someone who knows how to pick themselves up after a fall. So I've started accepting that right now, and I think that's making a lot of difference in my life. And I would tell you the same thing, that it's never over. It's never over. Even when the world falls around you, it's not over. Just keep moving forward, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and something good is always around the corner.
You've done what you needed to do, Jem, in saying what you did. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Obviously, you've gone through it, and that's exactly why I asked you that question. It's very important youngsters know that they need to enjoy. We are a few days shy of the new year. Any resolutions for the new year?
No, sir, nothing as of now, because whatever I've said, I've never been able to kind of stick to it. So I'll just go with the flow this new year.
Yeah, this is something that is perhaps likely to happen way in the future. The biopics being the rage. Do I get to see the biopic about Jemima Rodriguez sometime?
You will even be surprised if I am only the only one acting in my biopic. Oh yeah, I maybe because you see Mithudi's biopic coming out, you see Juludi's biopic coming up, so that dream is always there. I've not thought about it as much, but yeah, somewhere that thought is coming, the dream is there. So maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, nobody can be like you, Jem. I can vouch for that. You're the one and only Jemima Rodriguez. Thanks a lot for your
Thank
time
you.
and also for sparing your valuable time during Christmas time as well. And also wish you a very happy New Year.
Thank you, and a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to everyone watching.
There it was, folks. Jemima Rodriguez. She might come across as somebody who's playful, but she does have a very mature head on her shoulders, and all the views she expressed uh, exuded a lot of wisdom and also a lot of deep thoughts, as you would appreciate. Thanks a lot for being with us. You can catch up with all the earlier episodes on the handles of Hindu on the Sports Star. For those who are joining us for the first time, get on to the handle of the Sports Star, subscribe to the channel, give us your comments, and also press the like button, because your comments are very important to us. We would like to know what it is that you like about our show, and also about what is it that you would like us to come up with in the future episode as well. So until I catch up with you in a week's time, stay safe and be good. Last but not the least, I would like to wish all of you a very happy new year.